Man, oh man, thankfully that diatribe for El Jefe is finally over, so now I can get to the rules of this matchup. Oh, wait a minute, Sin! I guess Sin, just as frustrated as everyone else from that diatribe by El Jefe. He is on the attack, so ladies and gentlemen, we got a six-way elimination matchup. As you can see, 4 competitors are seated at ringside, and basically what's going on, folks, is every 2 minutes, another competitor can come into the ring. They will be notified by the officials at ringside that, hey, you can go in the ring every 2 minutes. And now also, if a wrestler voluntarily leaves the ring once they've entered the matchup, then they are automatically eliminated. They lose their opportunity at the HCW Mary Case Mayhem briefcase. And also, the men who are at ringside, Jesse Renegade, Eli Daniels, Dante Alfredo, and Adam Shepard, if they get involved at any point before they are allowed to enter the ring, then, well, they're eliminated, which I feel is the most worrisome for Dante Alfredo. After all, after what we saw last month, after the matchup between La Familia, which is no more, and Sin and Paxton, that scuffle that Dante Alfredo and El Jefe got into. I mean, if I'm Dante Alfredo in the corner, I don't know if I can hold in my resentment for that long, especially being under El Jefe's wing, if you will, for as long as Dante was. But be as it may, folks, this is the match to determine our HCW Mary Case Mayhem winner, because normally, as you all know, we determine the Mary Case Mayhem briefcase winner with a ladder match in December at Mary Case Mayhem. Well, Carnage, they got involved at the end of the matchup and took everyone out and took down the briefcase. Well, thankfully, senior official Todd last month, whenever Carnage tried cashing in the briefcase, as the 2 minutes have expired and the referees are letting Jesse Renegade know that it is time for Jesse Renegade to come into action. But thankfully last month, senior official Todd, when Carnage tried to cash in the briefcase on a down Eclipse after a sneak attack after his non-title matchup against Draven Murrow, when senior Todd was handed the briefcase and he took it over to the announcer's area to Miss Sarah Sunshine and Uncle John Carnation, instead of declaring that the briefcase was being cashed in, he grabbed the microphone, basically told Carnage, nah, that y'all cannot cash this in. Y'all were not a part of the ladder match. So thankfully, senior official Todd, as we got a cover here by Jesse Renegade. Oh, and Sin got the shoulder up. So thankfully, senior official Todd, he gave that briefcase back to HCW management, and Billy Hall made this matchup to determine for sure that we are going to have a Mary Case Mayhem briefcase holder. And of course, all men that were in the ladder match are being given a second chance. But El Jefe, he was not in that ladder match, if you remember. But because the 6th man in that ladder match back in December retired, El Jefe has seemingly been given the replacement spot. He just puts down Sin right there. As we got a cover right here. that had to have been instinct more than anything. I don't know why Jesse Renegade would break up that pin. But after also, we have to understand this too, Jesse Renegade, fairly new, inexperienced. This is only his third ever time here at Haybarn Championship Wrestling, and he hasn't had many more matches. Oh, than the 3 he's had here. Once again, 2 minutes have expired. Here comes the entertainment. Eli Daniels takes down Jesse Renegade, who definitely had a mouthful to say about Eli Daniels coming in this matchup. And now Daniels going after El Jefe here. Whips him off. And, oh, takes him down. And now Eli going after Sin. Boom, boom, boom. Stomping away in the corner. And now he's going back after El Jefe. Wham! Wham! Rocking. El Jefe is Eli Daniels. And oh, corner European uppercut by Mr. Daniels. And now whips El Jefe off. And Bulldog! And now Sid placing himself. 1, 2, and oh, elbow drop by Sid, and once again the inexperience of the other competitors coming into play here. Because once again, I don't know why you would have broken that up. We also know that Sid is not very experienced as well. He's coming up on his 1 year here in professional wrestling since his debut. But again, folks, it's got to be out of instinct or just down to the inexperience. Because this is an elimination match. Competitors can be eliminated. It's not just one pinfall or submission. We got to have 5 of those as, Sin Monkey flips Eli Daniels out of the corner. And now springs up to the second rope. And Eli Daniels. And Sin took a tumbling from the top rope right there. Eli Daniels kept faking him out. And now Dante Alfredo coming in. The 2 minutes is up. Dante Alfredo immediately went for El Jefe, but Eli Daniels getting on top of him. And Dante now unloading on Eli Daniels. For getting involved is, business with El Jefe. And now Jefe going after Jesse Renegade, doing anything to make sure he stays away from Dante Alfredo. And it is important to note, folks, 5 men have entered so far. The last man is going to be Adam Shepard. He is entry number 6 in this matchup, so he's going to be coming in the freshest as Dante. Bouncing and bouncing and bouncing on Eli Daniels. But no one has been eliminated yet. This ring, getting very crowded. We got cover right here. No, that extra couple of seconds that it took the referee to get there because of the traffic going on between El Jefe and Jesse Renegade in the ring probably saved Eli Daniels right there. But so far, all 5 competitors are still in the match, folks. We still have Jefe, Jesse Renegade, Dante Alfredo, Eli Daniels, and Sin. And we got cover. Dante. Did not cost Dante that time. Sid has been eliminated. I spoke too soon. I was about to say those extra few seconds that El Jefe had Jesse Renegade the cover could have possibly cost Dante Alfredo his pin right there, but no, it did not. And once again, that's where the numbers coming to the advantage of coming in later, like Dante Alfredo got to do, is now that once again the 2 minutes are up, and it is Adam Shepard's time to get in the matchup. As Jesse Renegade and Dante Alfredo having a standoff here. And Dante was inviting the shot from Jesse Renegade. And Dante returned one in favor. As Adam Shepard doing the smart thing here. He's just watching it happen. He's letting these 2 guys beat each other up as Jesse Renegade goes down. And now Adam Shepard continuing their matchup from last month at New Year's Revolution. Adam Shepard got the win. Oh, in that matchup as he just turned Jesse Renegade inside out. You damn right he did. I'm sorry, Jesse. I had to right there. As now Adam Shepard has got Renegade. And what is Shepard looking to do here with Jesse Renegade? Oh, fisherman suplex. And now Dante. Oh, hip attack in the corner. Misses, though. Eli got out of the way. And oh, there comes Adam Shepard. We have 5 competitors remaining. All 6 have entered. The only man that has been eliminated so far is Sin. Sin, who started the matchup with El Jefe. Oh, El Jefe still in there strong, but maybe Sin being the first one eliminated is a bad sign for El Jefe. It's like I said, El Jefe started this one with Sin. As we all know in these types of matchups, folks, the later you come in, the better your chances are of winning. Even if it's every 2 minutes. I know once you start doing the math, okay, there's 4 entries. Okay, so Adam Shepard only has an 8-minute advantage over, say, someone like El Jefe. Well, guess what? Oh, 8 minutes in that ring as Jesse Renegade moves out of the way from that elbow drop by Jefe. 8 minutes is a long time in that ring, folks. As Eli Daniels firing off Jesse Renegade. Well, Renegade ducks the clothesline, sends Eli Daniels off, and oh, pop-up cutter to Eli Daniels. And Renegade, 1, 2, 3. The entertainment has been eliminated by Jesse Renegade. And we are down to 4, folks. One of these 4 men is going to be Mr. Mary Case Mayhem. One of these 4 men is going to get a guaranteed title opportunity at any champion they're choosing anytime they see fit. Jesse Renegade avoided disaster right there, but did not avoid disaster on that occasion. It's something that Josiah has a question, because I was about to say that they have a guaranteed title opportunity anytime, any place, anywhere for the next year. But I just remember, folks, Mary Case Mayhem's in December. So the unfortunate part of this situation for whoever wins the briefcase is they're going to have 2 less months to cash in, to hold that briefcase and to pick and choose what champion they're going to go after. Because while technically they can hold the briefcase for a year in normal circumstances, we got Mary Case Mayhem again in December 2026. It's February 2026. So, not the ideal situation, ladies and gentlemen, to have 2 less months to decide your cash in. Albeit, though, if you are holding onto the briefcase that long where you're going to cash it in at the very last second, then, I don't know, as Dante Alfredo emphatically eliminates Jesse Renegade with the Black Hole Slam. And we are down to 3. It's Adam Shepard now. Dante Alfredo, he was tawing too long right there. But we are down to 3, folks. Dante Alfredo, Adam Shepard, and El Jefe. Dante came in number 5. Adam Shepard came in number 6. And El Jefe has been in there since the beginning. He started this matchup. As Shepard now in the cover. And Dante Alfredo getting the shoulder up. But one of these 3 men will be the next Mary Case Mayhem briefcase holder. As Shepard picking it up and slamming Alfredo right there. 1, 2, and Shepard eliminates Dante Alfredo. We are down to 2. It will be Adam Shepard or El Jefe who will be the next Mary Case Mayhem winners. Jefe bide his time right there. Man looked like he was out, and the second he saw that Dante Alfredo was eliminated and saw that Adam Shepard was the last guy with him, Jefe coming in on the attack. The veteran playing smart. El Jefe using that brain of his, as much as I do not want to give El Jefe credit. I got to give him credit right there. He used his brain. Out of sight, out of mind, and it worked right there. As El Jefe could very well be on his way to being Mr. HCW Mary Case Mayhem, as he is now trying to... Oh, that dirty dog. Because remember, folks, DQs are still a thing in this matchup, but only the inside official can call the DQ. That's El Jefe. Don't tell me he's going to win this way. 1, 2. No, Shepard got the shoulder up. Adam Shepard's still in it, folks. Oh, we almost saw a miscarriage of justice right there. Jefe knew that only the inside official could call the DQ. He knew that it didn't matter if any of the outside officials saw the low blow. Only the inside official could call it. Blame it, Shepard. Oh, snapmare, down goes Jefe. As Jefe, he was distracted with Dante Alfredo on the outside, and now Shepard. He's locking it in. Is El Jefe on tap? Is Jefe gonna give it up? Shepard is wrenching. And he gives. Jefe taps out. Adam Shepard has just won the HCW Mary Case Mayhem briefcase. What a night it has been for the Heartbreakers. First, Kyle Lowe became #1 contender for the social media title, and Adam Shepard has now won the HCW Mary Case Mayhem briefcase. As we now got a fight at ringside between Dante Alfredo and El Jefe, but ladies and gentlemen, Adam Shepard has done it. Ladies and gentlemen, Josiah Henderson here to welcome you all to HCW Valentine's Vengeance. And before we get the festivities underway with our matchups, we got to give a special shout out to our sponsors. If it wasn't for our sponsors, then we wouldn't be able to provide the exciting action that we do every single month here in Prescott, Arkansas, every second Saturday. And those sponsors are Shaylee Ray's Boutique and Haybarn Automotive and Diesel Repair. As we see Paxton Spears coming down to the ring, getting ready for this triple threat contest to determine the #1 contender for the Social Media Championship. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sarah Sunshine gave us our ring introductions. Those are out of the way. All competitors, they seem to be ready, and we got our bell for this triple threat contest. Remember, folks, the winner of this match will become #1 contender for the HCW social media title, as Kyle Love seems to be... And yep, my theory was correct. He was strategizing a plan with Aaron Black to, try to... key word is try right there, to take down Paxton Spears, but Paxton is taking down both of these men, just using that raw power. What Paxton lacks in experience, he makes up for all in raw power. But it don't matter how much experience or raw power you have. If you're in a 2-on-1 situation, that 2-on-1 situation is bound to catch up to you. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important triple threat contest momentum-wise for all three men involved. As well, you could probably say, and I know it doesn't look it right now because he just got manhandled by both his opponents with that double suplex. It's Kyle Love trying to get a sneaky win right here. And wait a minute. Trying to go for it again, small package. And kick out by Aaron Black once again. Now, this is a very important matchup momentum-wise for all three men. You could probably argue that Paxton is coming in with the most momentum. Last month, he got a tag team victory with Sin, but albeit he has never won a singles matchup, whether it be one-on-one or whatever have you. I do believe this is his first time in a triple threat style contest. So maybe this will be the moment for Paxton to get a singles victory. As Aaron Black now, rolling up Kyle Love. But Kyle Love kicks out. And now Aaron Black, little tit for tat here. Aaron Black also going for a small package. But Kyle Love kicking out of it. And Aaron Black now, who, comes off the sling blade. Aaron Black, a man that many people probably think should not even have to be in this matchup. This match shouldn't even exist because Aaron Black should already be #1 contender in most people's mind, because Draven Murrow came in and interfered in his social media title rematch last month against Chris Preston. As we all know, Aaron Black lost the title back in December at Mary Case Mayhem to Chris Preston through nefarious circumstances. Chris Preston had the feet on the rope, and then last month, where it seemed Aaron Black had all the momentum in the world and he was going to get his title back, Draven Murrow came in, caused a disqualification, and then held Aaron Black for ransom in a hostage situation. Had that steel chair wrapped around his ankle and threatened to break his ankle unless Eclipse gave him a World Heavyweight title match, which we'll discuss that more later on when we see an appearance by the World's Heavyweight Champion here at HCW Valentine's Vengeance. And then, of course, you got Kyle Love, who's trying to recover on the outside right now. Kyle Love, he's been on, quite the drought here when it comes to in-ring competition. Ever since losing those tag team titles all the way back in June of last year, the Heartbreakers were still declared last month during the HCW award ceremony. They were declared the Tag Team of the Year for 2025. But in terms of getting W's in the win column, Kyle Love has not been able to do that recently. Losses in tag team competition, losses in singles competition. This could be a huge win for Kyle Love here tonight. He's had failed opportunities at the International title against Bishop, failed opportunities at the Hardcore title against Joey Knight Jr., failed opportunities at the tag team titles against Carnage, and then they lost to Omega back in November, the Heartbreakers did. And then Kyle Love took a loss last month, at New Year's Revolution to Truman De Luna. So this match is probably the most important for Kyle Love. Kyle Love is on the biggest string of losses of anyone in this matchup. And month by month, day by day, you can see the frustration growing within Kyle Love. Then, of course, Adam Shepard has an opportunity later on tonight. Oh, in a 6-way elimination match to get that Mary Case Mayhem briefcase, which would then give Adam Shepard an opportunity at any championship he wanted if he was to win. Which then the question will beg is, I know last year when we saw Keelik Sunrise hold that briefcase, he took an opportunity at a world title. Will Kyle Love convince Adam Shepard if he was to win later on tonight? Would he convince Adam Shepard to go after the tag team titles? I mean, as we've seen with Kyle Love's singles opportunities, maybe that's where the Heartbreakers persevere the most, is the tag team division. But who knows? I could be wrong. Kyle Love could come out of this situation on top. He could win this triple threat contest. But he has one heck of a hill to climb if he wants to become number one contender tonight for the social media title. He's got to defeat the big man known as Paxton, and he's got to defeat the red-hot Aaron Black. Although I will say Kyle Love has the most experience out of anyone in this matchup. I dare say that his experience is more than Aaron Black's and Paxton's combined. So Kyle Love does have that advantage going into the match. As Kyle Love rolling back in the ring, coming after Paxton. And plants him with the DDT. As Kyle Love now trying to move over all that dead weight, he finally does it. 1, 2, no! And there goes an advantage of being so big like Paxton. When someone does get you down and they try to roll you over, they're going to take so much time and energy to roll you over that the cover, A, they're not going to get to the cover as quickly as they should have, and B, the cover is not going to be what it probably should have been, which allows you the time and energy to kick out. As Paxton Spears just squashes Kyle Love away, but Aaron Black, coming in, flying crossbody. Springboard crossbody by Aaron Black, but Paxton gets the shoulder up. Aaron Black using the tools that are probably best for him to use to his advantage. That speed, that athleticism. As now, dropping the one elbow. Oh man, I was hoping for, the 3 elbows by Kyle Love with a code breaker right there. And now crawling over to Aaron Black. Is that going to be it? 1, 2, no, Paxton breaks it up. And that's always the danger of a triple threat matchup. That probably would have ended the match right there if this was a one-on-one matchup. But because there's that third man in the ring, Paxton, he was able to break it up, and this match continues. All 3 men's chances at becoming number one contender are still viable. And like I said, that is the danger of a triple threat, but that is also the excitement of having a triple threat matchup. It's just when you think the matchup is probably over, it's not. Because of situations like that. As Paxton now, having his way with both Aaron Black and Kyle Love. And now Paxton whipping Aaron Black off. Gets sent to Kyle Love and splashes both men. Oh my goodness. Kyle Love probably got the worst of that one. And now he's being lifted up in the air. And Kyle Love's attitude just got adjusted by Paxton. And now, I don't know, Paxton. There's that inexperience coming in. I probably would. Oh my goodness. Like I said, what he lacks from experience, he makes up for in raw power. And he adjusts the arrogant pride he's had to his wear cover. No! Kick out. Oh my goodness. Paxton Spears almost had the upset of the century right there and became number one contender for the social media title. But Aaron Black just wants it just a little bit more. Like I said, most people are of the opinion that this matchup shouldn't even be happening. Aaron Black should already be #1 contender. Aaron Black should be getting another shot tonight, in many people's opinion, after what happened last month. So Aaron Black, he's got to have that fuel in him right now, especially after such a high-impact maneuver by Paxton. Paxton rolling Kyle Love to the outside so he could be alone with Aaron Black in the ring. Just stomping away. Paxton, I know, young man. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what to say about that one, folks. Paxton with a cartwheel into a splash. My goodness. Paxton now trying to figure out what he's going to do next. He's going off the ropes now and misses the leg. He misses the leg drop. But Aaron Black, blackout, Aaron Black's going to win this. Wait a minute, Kyle Love. Sets up shoulder first in the ring post. Kyle Love, 1, 2, 3, and Kyle Love steals it. Kyle Love steals it. Kyle Love is the #1 contender for the HCW social media title. Kyle Love has broken the losing streak. Kyle Love is back in the W column.
You may be all that, but you ain't so without you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, ring introductions are out of the way for this non-title contest. I should stress the fact that this match is non-title, as Chris Preston is getting ready to face the Brickhouse Joey Knight Jr. of the establishment. First time ever one-on-one meeting between these two. And you got to thank the position Joey Knight Jr. is in, as Chris Preston, once again, continuing to berate the fans here in Prescott, Arkansas. You know, you'd think if a man hates being in a town so much, if you think he hates the people of the town so much, he would just quit showing up. One could only hope. But no, Chris Preston, month after month after month, continues to show up to Haybarn Championship Wrestling, unfortunately, and berate the great people of this city of Prescott, Arkansas. As the matchup is underway now, and Chris Preston not liking the response he's getting, but although, albeit, should he really be surprised at this point? Like surely Chris Preston is not that thick in the head. Surely he is self-aware enough to know that the feeling that these people here in Prescott, Arkansas have towards him. As we got a lock up now, Chris Preston, Joey Knight backing up the social media champion into the ropes. The referee is calling for a break, and Joey Knight Jr. gives the clean break. And now Joey Knight Jr. is in an interesting predicament here with this being a non-title matchup. Because obviously, Joey Knight Jr., if he wins here tonight, then that puts him in line for an HCW social media title match somewhere down the line. But also, one is to think that even though Aaron Black was not victorious in the Triple Threat number 1 contenders match earlier tonight, that victory went to Kyle Love. One would have to think that despite Aaron Black's loss tonight, that because Aaron Black's social media title match was interrupted by Draven Murrow, his social media title rematch, one would think that somewhere down the line, Aaron Black should also still get a rematch for the social media championship, as Joey Knight Jr. playing some of those mind games with Chris Preston. But that's at least old Josiah Henderson's opinion. That yes, Kyle Love is number 1 contender, but because the matchup last month went to a disqualification, Aaron Black should also still be in line for the social media title. But if Joey Knight Jr. wins tonight, then Aaron Black's fellow Stashman teammate would also have a right to fight for the social media title somewhere down the line. And we could end up in an interesting predicament where, depending on how the title shots line up, we could have a Joey Knight Jr. versus Aaron Black type scenario for the social media title. Or at the very least, potentially, some type of fatal 4-way matchup for the social media championship. But then again, as Joey Knight Jr., a little tit for tat right there, posing on Chris Preston. But once again, all these theories and all this hypothesis that Josiah Henderson is doing, all that rests on the possibility that Joey Knight Jr. could get what many would consider, and even Josiah Henderson would consider, an upset victory over Chris Preston. Because despite Joey Knight Jr. being the 2025 Showstopper winner for HCW, despite Joey Knight Jr. being a former hardcore and tag team champion, he's not even 2 years into professional wrestling. He's not even 2 years into the business. Meanwhile, Chris Preston is 2 decades plus into the business. And for those that don't know what a decade means, that's 10 years. So 2 times 10, at minimum 20 years experience for Chris Preston, and we know it's more than that. So this is one big uphill battle for Joey Knight Jr. to overcome here tonight against the social media champion. As Joey, we don't get to see it very often because Joey, like I said, former hardcore champion, he's usually tangled up into the hardcore matches. We really don't get to see the wrestling aspect, the technical aspect of Joey Knight Jr., so maybe that's an advantage Joey has going in this matchup. He doesn't have many, like I said, going up against the experience of Chris Preston, but maybe one of the advantages Joey Knight Jr. has is that Chris Preston does not really have that much tape study on Joey Knight Jr. when it comes to in the ring. And right there, Joey Knight Jr. switching from the Fujiwara armbar to an ankle lock. As he's trying to get the champion to tap out, but Chris Preston rolling through and sends Joey Knight Jr. face first in the second turnbuckle right there. And there's that experience at play. Joey Knight Jr. caught Chris Preston off guard with those submission holds, with his technical ability, but Chris Preston, using that experience, was able to roll through, but Joey Knight Jr. reversed the Irish whip and sends Chris Preston over. Arm drag by Mr. Knight. And now picking him up. He's got Chris Preston. He's holding him. He's taunting with him. And slams him down. Now Joey Knight off the ropes and dropping the splash. Cover. And Chris Preston got the shoulder up. Just a 2 count for Joey Knight Jr. here in this non-title contest. As Joey now just backing those elbows up into the champion. And Joey Knight has the social media champion right where he wants him in the corner. Telling our referee to get out of the way. And comes flying in. And bam! Ping-ponging Chris Preston with those elbows. And charges in with the clothesline. And now, snapmare over. And here he comes. Flying in with the drop kick. Joey Knight Jr. with that combination offense. Going around the world, if you will. But only got him a 2 count. As Joey Knight Jr. confirming with the referee that it was only a 2 count. He's now sizing Chris Preston up. He's got him up. And he's rocking him back and forth. Rockabye, baby. World's strongest slam by Joey Knight Jr. Cover. Kick out. Once again by Chris Preston. Joey Knight Jr. doing what I think he needs to be doing if he has any hopes of winning this matchup, and that's hit the high-impact maneuvers. Hit the powerful moves, like that World's Strongest Slam, like that corner combination, but maybe don't follow Josiah Henderson's advice. Maybe the second rope swanton is a high-impact maneuver Joey Knight Jr. should stop going for. I don't think he's ever hit it. As Chris Preston taking advantage of moving out of the way and seeing Joey Knight Jr. crash and burn on the mat. Chris Preston now asserting his dominance, and this is the position that Joey Knight Jr. does not want to be in with someone like Chris Preston choking Joey in the corner. And this is exactly the type of matchup Chris Preston likes to have. He's got this matchup slowed down exactly to his liking, to where he could just physically and mentally play with his opponent, try to humiliate his opponent. He's done it to many here in HCW during his tenure, whether it be as the World Heavyweight Champion or currently as the social media champion. As Joey Knight, though, trying to fight back shots to the gut, but Chris Preston delivering a shot to the gut of his own with both a knee to the gut and then a knee to the head, as we just saw. As Chris Preston covering and kick out by Joey Knight at 2. And Chris Preston, I know Chris Preston, he's not exactly taking this match too seriously with it being non-title, but I think Chris Preston choking Joey on the second rope here as the referee initiates his count. But Chris Preston does not want to underestimate Joey Knight Jr., because if he underestimates Joey Knight Jr., Chris Preston could take a loss tonight, which then means that, he'll have a second challenger for his social media title as Joey coming off the ropes, and Chris Preston taking his head off with that big boot right there. Just putting any type of momentum that Joey could have built for himself to a halt. As Chris Preston once again on top of this in this matchup, just having fun with the crowd here in Prescott, Arkansas, and having fun with Joey Knight Jr. as he is just applying the pressure here. Referee getting in there asking if Joey wants to give. I don't think Joey is not one to give. We have seen the type of punishment that he has taken in the hardcore division, and he has gotten up and kept fighting. So, no, I don't think Joey's going to be one to give up as he's trying to fight back here. Like I said, he's a fighter. And, Chris Preston followed suit and just waylays Joey Knight Jr. with an elbow. Joey falling onto his feet right there. Chris Preston on the attack. And that what is Preston doing? Oh Lord, he's got a microphone. And Joey Knight Jr. catches Chris Preston with that spine buster. We got cover here. Oh, not to be it. And thank you, Joey Knight Jr. for ending that diatribe from Chris Preston. Just when I thought Chris Preston couldn't get more conceited than he already was, he took the microphone mid-match to give a speech to the fans about how much better he is than everyone else. And Joey Knight Jr., I think that fired up Joey Knight more than anything, as he is repeatedly driving Chris Preston's head in all of the turnbuckles here tonight in Prescott, Arkansas. As Chris Preston may be knocked loopy right there. This may be the opportunity for Joe. Oh! Just when I was about to say that Chris Preston may have gave Joey Knight Jr. the ultimate opportunity to get back in this matchup, Chris Preston once again sneaking his way to get back on top in this matchup, as he is now, I mean, HCW may want to invest in some riot police if Chris Preston keeps it up like he has been the past few months. I will not be surprised if one of our shows gets interrupted by a riot that's caused by Chris Preston. That would probably be the least shocking thing I'd ever seen here in HCW. As Chris Preston just continues the attack on Joey Knight Jr. and telling the people here in Prescott, Arkansas, that it's their fault that Joey Knight Jr. is going through the punishment that he's going through right now. I mean, just the audacity of Chris Preston. It just never knows a rock bottom. It just continues to go lower and lower and lower each month that this man shows up here. He thinks he's the center of the world, that every company he's a part of, he needs to be the center of attention. Wait a minute, Joey, though, trying to fight back here. Sends Chris Preston off. Bam! Clothesline. Down goes the social media champion. Down he goes again. And Joey now. Oh, drop kick. The big man went flying with a standing drop kick right there. And now drags Chris Preston away from the ropes. Oh, kick out. Kick out by the social media champion. And Joey trying to keep himself back in this matchup. Joey knows, he understands what type of opportunity this is for him. What a win here tonight over Chris Preston could mean for him. As I think he's going to call for the Knight Rider DDT here. Kick to the gut. He's calling for it. He's hooked him up. Wait a minute. Chris Preston. Oh, reverse into an eat defeat. And will Joey Knight Jr. eat defeat after that? No, he got the shoulder up. Joey Knight Jr. is still in this one, ladies and gentlemen. As Chris Preston cannot believe it, he is arguing with the official, berating the official, berating the fans here. Chris Preston cannot believe that Joey Knight Jr. kicked out of that. Chris Preston trying to cope right now with the fact that this match is still going on. But Chris, you may not want to talk too much. You may not want to talk for too long. I know that's a mighty ask of you. I'm not going to hold my breath on it as Chris Preston hooking Joey Knight Jr. here. Let it go for a wait, Joey blocking the suplex attempt. And, drops Chris Preston face first. And now Joey backing it up. He's got Chris Preston in sight. Splashes the social media champion. Now Joey going for a second. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hell is that? We got some guy. Wait a minute. Chris Preston's got the tights. Come on. Chris Preston had the tights. After the distraction from this message. Wait a minute. Now this masked individual, not only have they distracted Joey Knight Jr., but now they're attacking him. What is the meaning of this? Was this a plan from Chris Preston all along? Or is this individual acting of his own accord? I mean, we know the establishment, they have no short line of enemies as this masked assailant. He's got Joey Knight Jr. hooked up. What is he looking to do? Oh my goodness. Oh my. And here comes the establishment. Running off whoever the hell this guy is. He just dropped Joey Knight Jr. on his head. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what to say about what we just saw. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready for... Well, hold on. I was about to say we was going to get ready for our next contest here at HCW Valentine's Vengeance, but the World Heavyweight Champion, the Real Deal Eclipse, is here. And originally, for those that remember from last month at New Year's Revolution, Draven Monroe held Aaron Black hostage, was threatened to break his ankle if the Real Deal Eclipse did not give him a world title shot. Eclipse gave in. He promised Draven Monroe a World's Heavyweight title match, but then Billy Hall decided to suspend him because of his actions from last month. So the Real Deal Eclipse was advertised to be here tonight. We are going to hear from him. So I mean, I'm gonna let the Real Deal speak from his mind, see what's going on through the World's Heavyweight Champion's head with all of this chaos going around surrounding himself and the establishment.
I'm still a little irritated. Draven Monroe is not here tonight. I asked for a match. I gave it to him. Billy Hall suspended him. So, since I'm here on our anniversary day, since I'm here, somebody's gonna get these hands. So whoever it is, just know that just like the catchphrase says, you're about to be put on notice.
Now that's a real champion right there, a fighting champion. He promised a world title match tonight, and he's going to deliver it. Issuing an open challenge, and well, we got some music playing. Ojo Sai's not too sure on. I don't think I've heard this music before through our speakers. Oh my word! Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Storm is back in Haybarn Championship Wrestling. And if I go through my notes for a second here, because I do believe this is the first time We have seen Aaron Storm in HCW since the anniversary show back in September. In the Keelix, they went to a no contest during their whole blood feud that seems to reach no end. And now Aaron Storm is here tonight to challenge for the HCW World Heavyweight Championship. I cannot believe this, folks. What a treat for Valentine's Day, for HCW Valentine's Vengeance. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a fantastic World Heavyweight title match that we have here on our hands. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the ring introductions out of the way for this HCW World's Heavyweight Title Contest. Impromptu, if I do say so myself. Because like I said, the Real Deal Eclipse originally promised Draven Murrow a shot at the World Heavyweight title that will basically save Aaron Black's career last month. But then Billy Hall suspended Draven Murrow until further notice. And the Real Deal Eclipse, he came out here and, well, he really didn't want to talk about Draven all that much. Just a quick side note for the Real Deal, but he said that he's here, and if he's going to be here at HCW, he's going to fight, he's going to defend that World Heavyweight title. And he issued the open challenge, and Aaron Storm has answered it. These two men have had many classic battles, mostly held here in Haybarn Championship Wrestling. If we look just at one-on-one competition, as Aaron Storm now trying to conduct the match at his pace. But if we look strictly just at singles one-on-one matchups here between the Real Deal and Aaron Storm, Eclipse is 2-0 in Haybarn Championship Wrestling against Aaron Storm. He dethroned Aaron Storm, which Aaron Storm, the longest reigning HCW International Champion, the Real Deal Eclipse, he was the one that ended that reign. And then he was successful over Aaron Storm a month later in the championship rematch. But now also bear in mind, our partners, a company that we are close to, League of Lions down in Marshall, Texas, the Real Deal Eclipse did head down there not too long ago for the Flying Lions tournament. And during that tournament, Eclipse came across Aaron Storm, and on LOL territory, Aaron Storm did pick up the win over the Real Deal. So what momentum is it going to be that takes over during this matchup? What momentum is going to propel the others to victory? Is it going to be the fact that Aaron Storm won the last contest between these two? Or is it going to be the fact that Aaron Storm has never been able to beat the Real Deal Eclipse in an HCW ring? Depending on what philosophy you want to believe, you're either going to think that Eclipse is going to keep reigning as HCW World Heavyweight Champion, or you're believing that we're going to have a new World Heavyweight Champion tonight in Aaron Storm. As Aaron Storm now, oh, come on. Yeah, that's to be expected by that young man, unfortunately. I've said it many times. All the talent in the world. Aaron Storm is an individual who has more talent in his pinky than most ever wrestlers ever hope to have in their entire career. But yeah, he chooses to act the way he does, chooses to associate himself with the people that he does, like Chris Preston and the like. And it's just heartbreaking. Oh, as the real deal. Nothing heartbreaking about that if you're the World Heavyweight Champion, just bulldozing over Aaron Storm. As Aaron Storm went to the outside to stop the momentum of the real deal. Well, Clips, though. Clips looking like he may go follow the challenger, but senior official Todd, that's why he's the senior official. He called Clips right there, told him, hey, get back in the ring. I'm not going to have this match delve into chaos. But Clips, not wanting to listen to reason from senior official Todd. He's going to the outside to put a whooping on Aaron Storm. Just throwing those shots straight across the head of his challenger. And driving that elbow right into the arm, right into the shoulder of Aaron Storm. That Storm now looking like he's going to try to get away from the real deal, but not to be. As Eclipse sends his challenger back in the ring. And Aaron Storm rolling it all the way to the other side of the ring to once again escape the champion. Aaron Storm, I mean, this is the dangerous thing about Aaron Storm. If you've ever watched him wrestle, yeah, he's quick, he's agile, he's a stamina monster, as I like to say. Oh my goodness. I was giving Aaron Storm all those compliments, but there he was, so ego-filled, so centered on himself right there. He didn't even bother to check his footing, and he slipped and tripped on the rope coming in, and Eclipse is taking advantage of it. He's got old Aaron Storm up. And what's Eclipse looking to do here? Well, Aaron Storm rolling out of it. Oh, beautiful enziguri by Aaron Storm. And no, kick out by the champion. Like I was saying about Aaron Storm, the dangers of wrestling Aaron Storm is that you never really know what kind of Aaron Storm you're going to get, because if you ever watched Aaron Storm wrestle, he is just as quick and agile as everyone else, and he does not mind. He is able to go 30 minutes nonstop without just incredible pacing from Aaron Storm. As Eclipse now has the chip. Oh, the challenger. It just drives him down with a running power slam. But Aaron Storm got the shoulder up. But also, as we've seen throughout this matchup, Aaron Storm, he can slow the pace down, and he can just be just as comfortable with that being his pacing. So that's really a factor you have to consider when you get in the ring with Aaron Storm. You don't know what kind of match you're going to get with Aaron Storm, so you really have to be prepared for two different battles. But if anyone, I was about to say, if anyone could be prepared for that, if anyone could be prepared to calm the storm, it would be the real deal Eclipse. But I don't think Eclipse was prepared for that right there. It's unfortunate that today is Valentine's Day. This is HCW Valentine's Vengeance, and well, I don't need to say any more about that. Y'all saw what happened to the real deal right there. You can put two and two together at home. As Aaron Storm now jaw-jacking with the fans as he feels he has complete control of this matchup at the current moment. And double boot across the face of the real deal as Aaron Storm now holding the city of Prescott, Arkansas in the palm of his hands, holding this crowd here at his pace, just like he's holding the champion at his pace, and not to be. And you got to think, Aaron Storm, he's been in the ring with the real deal multiple times. He has to know that he's not ending it right then and there. He knows deep down inside that he's making the Real Deal Clips expend energy, wasting energy, and also he's trying to play, mind games with the heavyweight champion of the world. And the question being presented now is, can this be Aaron Storm's night? Can Aaron Storm finally, beautiful drop kick. Can Aaron Storm finally get a win over the Real Deal Clips when it comes to HCW record book is concerned? As I stated earlier, not only does Aaron Storm have the momentum of having a win over the Real Deal Clips in their previous matchup, albeit it wasn't on HCW territory, but Aaron Storm does have the last win when these two went one-on-one. But also he has the surprise factor of answering an open challenge from the heavyweight champion of the world. And while I did say earlier, when the Real Deal Clips issued that challenge, that's what makes him the real world champion, a real champion, that's also the dangers of it, because, I mean, as brave as it is, it's also pretty dumb. Sending out an open challenge not knowing who you're going to be facing, especially with someone who's as talented and well-traveled as Aaron Storm. Yeah, you're going to be in for a rough night defending that heavyweight championship. As Aaron Storm just stalking the champion. Whips him into the corner. And now Storm just following suit here. Telling this crowd off one by one, fan by fan, little by little. As Aaron Storm now, beautiful kick right there by the challenger. That's the Real Deal. He's on Dream Street if I was to make a accurate assessment here. As Aaron Storm now, no, maybe not. Maybe my assessment was wrong as the Real Deal fighting back, shoved the challenger off. But Aaron Storm coming, European uppercut by Aaron Storm. And now Storm going back to the well. Is he going to be able to hook him this time? Are we going to see a superplex? No. The Real Deal still fighting it off. Using that power and the size advantage he has over Aaron. Oh my goodness, repeated headbutts by the champion. And down goes Aaron Storm. As a heavyweight champion now, we've seen him every now and then go up to the top and strikes Aaron Storm down from the top with a good old flying knuckle sandwich right there. As both men are down, who is going to get up to their feet first? Eclipse, he has taken quite the beating throughout this matchup. But man, that shot he just delivered to Aaron Storm. I'm surprised Aaron Storm is still moving. I'm surprised we don't have a TKO victory for Eclipse, but Eclipse popping back up to his feet as he is now. Send Prescott, Arkansas to a frenzy. And back and forth. Both these men are going. Shot for shot, blow for blow. Who is going to get the upper hand? And not just as I thought. If I'm picking someone to win a street fight, it's going to be the Real Deal. And bam, down goes Aaron Storm. Again. And now, Eclipse ducks the line. Sends him off. Beautiful, big power slam right there. That's the Real Deal. The momentum has shifted into his favor. Do-si-do action right there. And, Dark Tide. Is that going to be it? Will Eclipse retain the heavyweight championship? But no! Only a 2 count. That was just a 2 for the World Heavyweight Champion. Aaron Storm is still in this one, folks. And man, oh man, what a match we are witnessing here. And not just a match, but an impromptu match, as I stated earlier. Eclipse was just supposed to be here. Well, hold on, wait a minute. He's going to go for oculation. Well, Aaron Storm gets out of it. And, beautiful combination right there. Kicks now, Aaron Storm. The cutter. The cutter. There's Aaron Storm now. 1, 2. No, Eclipse got the shoulder up. It is not over just yet for the World Heavyweight Champion. Eclipse may have not have had any knowledge of who's going to come through that current, but he dang sure came for a fight tonight. He came with that true grit, that true resilience that we've come to know him by. There's Aaron Storm now. He's sizing up the champion. He's lining him up. And could we witness? Whoa, Eclipse! He ducked the elbow. And beautiful spine on the pine, a spine buster. As Eclipse crawling into the cover. 1, 2. Oh, Aaron Storm. Aaron Storm barely, just in time, got that foot on the rope. It breaks the pin. Aaron Storm is still in this one, ladies and gentlemen. What a match. What a fight between these two heated rivals. Rivalry renewed here in Haybarn Championship Wrestling with the real deal in Aaron Storm. As Eclipse, well, Aaron Storm, fight out of it once again, kick to the leg. And now, he got him! Knockout shot right there with that elbow. Crawls over the cover, we got a new champion! No! Eclipse! Barely! Just barely! Got that shoulder up. And ladies and gentlemen, that was not much of a kick out. I had to feel that was instinctual more than anything. Because I do believe right now, and that's why Aaron Storm is showing the frustration, because Eclipse has to be on Dream Street right now. He has to be seeing Tweety Bird. That kick out was more instinctual than anything. If you saw how little mustard was put on it. As Aaron Storm lining him up once again. And, that's gotta be it. Cover. 1, 2. Again! What is going on? The real deal kicks out again. What fight by the World Heavyweight Champion? And Aaron Storm is beside himself. I'm beside myself. The people here in Prescott, Arkansas are beside themselves. I mean, I know Eclipse is a fighter. He's got more resilience than just about anyone here in HCW. But I'm astonished that he was able to kick out again. Oh, no. Aaron Storm is looking to finish off Eclipse with his own move. Wait a minute, Eclipse! Reverses it. And blocks the shot from Aaron Storm. And now Eclipse. Oculation! Big time oculation right there. 1, 2, 3. And the real deal Eclipse is still your real World Heavyweight Champion. The reign continues. The longest reigning HCW title reign of all time continues. What a match, folks. These two men gave their all tonight, but the real deal Eclipse is still your HCW World Heavyweight Champion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our bell, and our next contest is underway. This is the first time we are seeing both Vyra Lestrange and Reza Clark here in Haybarn Championship Wrestling. Both ladies making their debut in this all-important matchup, as we've come to learn that we are having a tournament to crown the very first ever HCW Women's World Champion. So whoever wins this contest tonight is going to head on to the semifinals. As we saw last month at HCW New Year's Revolution, Riley Jade picked up a win over Black Widow in the main event. So that now advances Riley Jade to the semifinals against an opponent to be determined. One lucky women's competitor. Her name got chosen to be automatically advanced to the semifinals, a first-round bye, if you will. As the powerful Clark just backing up Lestrange in the corner. Clark is definitely going to have the power game in this matchup with the size discrepancy between these two women. As we got another lock up here again, but I will say, going into this one, Vyra, she what she'll lack in size and strength to her opponent here tonight, she is gonna very much make up for in just head games. I've seen Vyra around on the independent circuit, and I've seen her promos, and ladies and gentlemen, if I be so bold and to say, Vyra is, how would you say, one fry short of a Happy Meal? As Reza Clark now playing with Vyra Lestrange. Oh, and Vyra playing a little tit for tat right there. Say, okay, you going to play with me? I'll play with you. Good old stomp to the foot I mean, I've always seen a stomp to the foot. It has a 100% success rate on your intentions. As right now, both these ladies, Vira and Reza, just going back and forth here, trying to get an advantage here. Whoa, nice athleticism right there. And Clark, she is deceptively athletic because, I mean, when you look at her, you know, okay, she's going to bring the power game, but a lot of times when we look at wrestlers who, you know, we assume, okay, they're powerful, they're strong, and that's going to be, you know, what they're going to stick with, we get caught off guard when they show bits of athleticism. And that's what Clark is hoping to do, maybe stun Vira with her athletic prowess. As both women now trying to out-wrestle one another here in the early goings of this contest. As Vira once again applying the head scissors onto Miss Clark. As referee Jason, he's checking, making sure that Reza does not want to give this one up, and I doubt she will. She breaks free of the head scissors, but once again, Vira locking her in this time with a good old-fashioned headlock. But Reza using that power sends her off the ropes, and oh, little bit of a stalemate. As Vira now, oh, another stalemate between these two. Whoa, little do-si-do action. Oh, that time, third time's the charm for Reza Clark. Taking down Vira straight with a shoulder tackle. Whoa, roll through right there by Reza. Pass it go, and oh, Vira got tripped up by Clark. Clark using some quickness and power right there to confuse and trip up her opponent. But oh, Vira just hanging Clark from the top rope right there. And now maybe Vira will be able to get back in this matchup as the referee is initiating his count on the outside. Vira's not going to want to take too long. But I think she already did, as you can see, Reza, she's recovered, and she is ticked off. Jason, I would not want to be him having to keep Miss Clark back with the temper she is showing. And Reza decided, all right, I ain't gonna get through the front way, I'm gonna go through the back way. She's making the long way around, and Vira finally sees her. Vira making sure to keep that distance away from Reza Clark. But both these women gotta be careful. I mean, if this goes to a double count out, then one would presume that the two ladies who had the next quarterfinal matchup in this women's title tournament will get an automatic bye to the semifinals. And Vira understands that. That's why she broke the count. I think Reza is done. Reza is done playing the games, and she went on a full dead sprint going after Miss Lestrange. And sends her into the post right there. As Reza Clark is going to look to dominate now. Reza Clark, well-traveled, well-experienced, has made her name all across independent promotions like Metroplex Wrestling and many other great independents up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Even seen her on Ring of Honor Wrestling not too long ago. But now Vira Strange, who is also well-traveled, Arkansas, Alabama, many other states. Vira can hang with the best of them too. I would say when you consider all the factors at play here between the two competitors, I would say that you have a pretty even matchup, ladies and gentlemen. As Vira Strange now just trying to play those mind games as she's looking to wear down Reza Clark. And our referee, Jason, he is right there to make sure that Clark does not give up. Or if she did give up, he'd ring the bell. Either way. But Clark not showing any signs of giving up as she is trying to, power her way up. But Vira Lestrange just using the hair and pulling Miss Clark back to the mat. And beautiful right there. Head snap by Vira. We got a cover right here. Just a 2 count. And again, folks, the winner of this matchup will go on to the semifinals of the HCW Women's Title Tournament as we try to crown our very first ever HCW Women's Champion. Now, as far as who either Vira Lestrange or Reza Clark will face, that is still unknown. But we do know Riley Jade has advanced to the semifinals with her win last month at New Year's Revolution. So maybe potentially somewhere down the line, either Vira Lestrange or Reza Clark are going to meet Riley Jade potentially in the finals. I don't know how this is all going to play out, but that's the wonderful thing about tournaments, ladies and gentlemen, is that once you start seeing the players on the board, you can kind of make all these fantasy matchups in your head and get excited. Just like the crowd here in Prescott, Arkansas, going to get excited for, Reza Clark, I was about to say, if she's able to get herself back in. But Vira, once again, halted the momentum of Reza Clark. As Lestrange going to try to slow the pace of this matchup down once again. Wear down her taller and stronger opponent. And sometimes that's what you just need to do when you have someone that has a strength and a power advantage over you, is to figure out a way to wear them down. And that's exactly what Vira's trying to do against Reza Clark. Backing her up into the corner. What's Vira looking to do here? As she's just, smart strategy right there. She's got to the count of 5 and she did break, but smart strategy right there to go after the arm. And running bulldog out of the corner, but only got her a 2 count. Just a 2 for Vira Lestrange. As once again going into the cover. More than anything, just to wear Reza Clark down. Make her use her energy, waste her energy on the multiple covers, and then ultimately it's going to weaken the power game even more. As Vira is continuing, the offense now going after the leg of Reza Clark, going after, 2 very important things if you're a powerhouse wrestler: your arm and your leg. It's simple. It doesn't take a high IQ to think about it or come up with that strategy, but it's smart. It's effective. As Vira just kicking away at Reza Clark. Now, going back after that leg, what's she looking to do here? We got a single leg Boston Crab now being applied to Reza Clark. Jason's right there to ask if she's going to give up. Reza's saying no. Can Reza drag herself to the ropes? And she does. Jason now initiating his count, and Vira letting go of the hold. Well, of course, she made sure that she held on to the last possible second. And now going back to the single leg Boston Crab once again. And this is where Reza Clark is going to really show her toughness, being pulled in the deep end like this. But Reza, fighting back here, was able to roll onto her back and now kicking Vira off. And can Reza Clark build some momentum? Didn't get all of it, but she got enough of it. It goes back to Vira attacking the arm and now most recently the leg. Reza was going to go for a boss man slam, and she got it, but she couldn't get it to the full extent that she normally would, and that's all because of the damage Vira Lestrange has done to her leg and the arm. So overall, smart strategy, by Vira Lestrange, but will it show to pay dividends at the end of the night as Reza is trying to get back in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. And wham! Drops Vira with a clothesline. Boom! Drops her again. And Reza swatting on that leg, trying to get some blood flow back into it. And here she comes. Boom! Elbow right in the corner. And Reza is building up some momentum for herself. She's getting the crowd here, Prescott, Arkansas, fired up. And, hip attack in the corner. Could that be it? Fall into the cover. Just a 2 count. Vira is still in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Reza Clark has not done enough yet to put away Miss Lestrange. There's Reza now. She understands the importance of this matchup. As does Vira, as she just dragged Reza and sent her face first into the middle turnbuckle. And now Vira, what's she looking to do here? Just drops her right there. And we got cover. 1, 2. Kick out. Kick out by Clark. Clark is still in this as Vira is arguing with the official. She didn't like the quickness of that count. And Jason, I'd be scared if I was Jason, but I'd be even more scared if I was Vira Lestrange, seeing Clark come after me like that, and sidewalk slam, cover. And that is it, folks. Reza Clark is going to move on to the semifinals of the HCW Women's World Title Tournament. Vira was jaw-jacking with our official and proved the coster here tonight in this all-important matchup. But Reza Clark is one step closer to making history here at Haybarn Championship Wrestling as its first ever Women's World Champion. Can she go all the way?
And last month, we were finally going to settle a score from a long time ago. But the two of y'all stuck your nose in our business and it cost us the World Tag Team Championship. But tonight, they're only about the new HCW World Tag Team Champions and myself, the Golden Prince of Gracie, and the absolute man, Nate Hammer.
All right, and there's our bell for this tag team title matchup, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big one right here, as we have three of our top teams here in Haybarn Championship Wrestling about to collide. And boy, oh boy, has this situation delved into chaos over the past few months. Because remember, folks, this all started whenever Omega defeated the Day Lunas in a number one contenders match to determine the next number one contenders for the HCW tag team titles, but they really didn't truly defeat the Day Lunas, as Truman showing Gunner how to chop someone. And the big man using his big power on Gunner at the current moment, just holding him, playing with him, making him think about it. Slams him down. But ladies and gentlemen, in that number one contenders matchup, Omega really didn't defeat the Day Lunas, as they won by a count out. So really there's a lot of argument on if Omega truly deserved to beat the number one contenders or not. But then when they got their matchup last month, an HCW New Year's Revolution, as Gunner got a terrible combo right there. First the hip attack from Matthew, and then the cannonball from Truman. But it was the Day Lunas who got involved in that tag team title matchup last month and cost Omega their shot at the HCW tag team titles, allowing Carnage to retain their championships, which has led to this matchup here tonight. Billy Hall took everything in consideration, and he made it official that these three teams would settle their differences tonight in this triple threat tag team title matchup. That is not the way Gunner Grayson wants to spend a Saturday night in Prescott, Arkansas, but he was able somehow to make the tag to Nate Hammer, who is very frustrated at the fact that the Day Lunas cost them their tag team title opportunity last month. He is just unloading all of his frustrations that he's been holding in the past month. On Truman Day Luna, DDT right there by Nate Hammer. It doesn't even go for the cover. He just wants to mount this young man and just rain those punches in. As Nate now resorting to choking Truman. But Omega, they have talked about the prophecy for a very long time now. They have said over and over again that they are the best tag team here at Haybarn Championship Wrestling. They are the final evolution of pro wrestling, and they had their opportunity last month to prove it, and the Day Lunas cost them that opportunity. But thankfully to Billy Hall, I know Nate Hammer has done some terrible things to Billy Hall in the past, physically assaulted him in the past, has said some terrible things about one of our part owners of HCW. But he does have to give Billy Hall some credit. Billy could have just said, Omega, that's that. Y'all had y'all's opportunity, and it went past by y'all. But no. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, ultimately at the end of the day, I got to call a spade a spade. And Billy Hall did the right thing, and he made this matchup. Because truly, the past couple months, Omega and the Day Lunas have established themselves as the top two teams, the top two contenders for Carnage's HCW tag team titles, as we see those tactics by Gunner Grayson that has guided Omega so far here in Haybarn Championship Wrestling. But albeit Carnage playing the smart strategy here. They're letting the Day Lunas and Omega get their punishment, get their aggression out on each other while they sit back pretty and watch on the apron. Of course, as I say that, I think Gunner came to the same realization I did and realized that, wait a minute, not a single member of Carnage has participated in this matchup so far. So he goes out there and tags in Bishop, who Bishop and Truman have had their battles in the past, have had their issues as Omega. They were going to try to hold Truman Day Luna back, but our referee Dalton, he's calling that a tag, so Gunner Grayson now back in this one, but he decides to tag in Nate Hammer instead. As Nate and Gunner, they are discussing their strategy at the moment as Bishop poses for the audience. But Nate Hammer, probably more than anyone here in Haybarn Championship Wrestling, knows what Carnage is like and knows what dealing with Carnage is like. And Nate Hammer tagging in Matthew De Luna, pointing to his head, saying, hey, I'm smart. I'm taking ourselves out of this matchup as Matthew now teeing off with Bishop, who they've had some battles previously in the past, whether it be in tag team or singles division action. As Bishop, I don't know why you thought that was smart. Matthew, I'll let you imagine what those two words were. I can't say them, but I'll let you imagine what they were, ladies and gentlemen. As Matthew, Bishop trying to get back in this one after Matthew wasted some time talking trash to Omega. And Bishop now lining Matthew up and clothesline in the corner to Matthew De Luna. And now Bishop sizing him up again. Corner clothesline once again. And Bishop now eyeing his target. And Bishop tried going for another one. And Matthew tried to hit one of his own. And down go both men. Both men went for another double clothesline, and down they went. They went for a tumbling. As you can see, it took about 4 clotheslines to take Matthew De Luna off his feet, but it only took 2 for Matthew to take Bishop off his feet. The bigger they are, the harder they do fall indeed, ladies and gentlemen. As Bishop just going for the eyes right there. Tried to blind Matthew De Luna to get the advantage back in this matchup. Whips Matthew in the corner. And once again, another corner clothesline. And now tags in the bad guy. Bad guy who we have not seen in regular competition here in Haybarn Championship Wrestling for quite some time. But the newly minted Hall of Famer from last month's award ceremony at HCW New Year's Revolution, announced as one of the inductees in the first class of the HCW Hall of Fame. As bad guy now tagging Bishop back in. I believe this is the first time we've seen bad guy in a matchup. Since April at HCW Hoppin' Havoc in that 8-man elimination tag when Carnage took on the establishment. I believe that's the last time. Wait a minute, Matthew, I think Matthew is taking a chunk out behind the Bishop. Bishop getting cute, getting cocky, going for Matthew De Luna's hip attack, and he went for it twice, and on that second occasion, Matthew decided to take a pound of flesh literally. As, Bishop, he ducked the clothesline, came flying in with a flying shoulder tackle. And now Bishop crawling, but Nate Hammer, saving the tag team titles for Omega, came in and break up the cover. As Bishop now staying on top of Matthew De Luna. Triple threats are tricky enough. But when they're triple threat tag team matches, they get just a little bit trickier, ladies and gentlemen. Because as we see with this style of a triple threat tag team matchup, one team is staying on the apron at all times. So now, not only do you have whoever the legal man's tag team partner is to worry about coming in and breaking up the pinfall, but you got 2 extra bodies from a tag team that's not even involved in the matchup at the current juncture, breaking up the pin as well. As Carnage, what are they looking to do here to Matthew De Luna? They're just attacking the legs of Matthew, and now bad guy, stomp to the gut of Matthew De Luna, the current hardcore champion. Gunnar Grayson, what does he do? And Gunnar decided to take Truman down off the apron, and Dalton now having to chastise Gunnar Grayson about that. Not really that anything there's Dalton could do about it. He's just here to count a 1, 2, 3 or submission. Nate Hammer's now legal in the ring, and so is the Bishop. And wait a minute. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. And I guess that's legal. I mean, after all, it said Carnage on the run sheet. It didn't say any particular two members. I guess Black Savage wants some action himself against Nate Hammer here. He asked Bad Guy to let him get involved in this, and Bad Guy obliged. Oh, it's now Black Savage is in the ring, and he's taking a beating from Nate Hammer in the Omega corner. Oh, another chop right there to the longest rated social media champion of all time, the former social media champion. Black Savage, a Grand Slam champion here in Haybarn. Oh, championship wrestling as he takes a Grand Slam DDT right there from Gunnar Grayson. But only a 2 count. Black Savage, a former social media, international, and heavyweight champion of the world. The only title that's eluded Black Savage over the course of his Haybarn career, as Nate Hammer now just trying to deprive Black Savage of his oxygen right there. Just going after him in the Omega corner. But the only title that has eluded Black Savage so far here in HCW is that Hardcore Championship that is currently in the possession of Matthew De Luna, as Omega with a beautiful double suplex right there. Then the cover goes Nate Hammer, but Bishop had enough time to break it up, considering Dalton was trying to get Gunnar Grayson out of the ring. And you gotta imagine Black Savage, who, he and his fellow Carnage teammates have held the tag team championships more than anybody else in Haybarn Championship Wrestling history. They have the longest reign with those tag team titles, the longest singular reign. And if I probably did the numbers, they probably do have the longest combined days as tag team champions as well. I mean, whether you like them or not, they have proven that they are probably the most dominant faction in the history of Haybarn Championship Wrestling when you really look at all the accolades. In time, spin on top as Bishop trying to make sure they stay on top of the HCW Tag Team Division. And Referee Dalton trying to make sure that Bishop stays in his corner. As Gunnar tagging in Nate Hammer now. Omega, quick and efficient tags. That's how they, like doing, as they just gave Black Savage a wishbone right there. And now Nate Hammer. Just going after that leg now. What's he going to apply for here? And he does. He cinches it in the figure 4, ladies and gentlemen. Nate Hammer has the figure 4 cinched in as Black Savage going to give this one up, ladies and gentlemen. Is Black Savage going to tap at Truman? Coming in the ring and just dogpiling on top of Nate Hammer to break up the submission hold. And I got to imagine Truman probably did automatically step in there to break it up because he was probably enjoying the pain that Bishop was in for those couple of moments as, Bishop getting the tag into Matthew De Luna, Gunnar, young man, I don't think that's too bright of you. I don't think that's going to work out for you the way you think it is. And Matthew, just like a brick wall, Gunnar out of nowhere! Gunnar, he kept trying for the clothesline. And Gunnar proved the point of, if you try the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, Gunnar proved the case for insanity right there. But Matthew De Luna countered Gunnar's insanity with an insane cutter right there to counter that clothesline. As Dalton now initiating his count as both men are down. Even though it did knock Matthew De Luna over, I imagine those clotheslines took a little something out of him. Truman, I thought Gunnar was going to tag in Nate Hammer. But instead, tags in Bishop. And now Truman laying in those clotheslines onto the Bishop. As I alluded to earlier, both these men have a rivalry over the HCW International Championship. Truman felt he was robbed back at the anniversary show in that fatal four-way matchup that did also involve Gunner to determine who was going to walk away with the vacated International Championship. Truman felt like it was his destiny to become International Champion, but Bishop stole it right out from under him. As Truman now was going to look to put Bishop away the same way he did Kyle Love last month. But now Bishop hoisted Truman up. And will we see the K5? Oh no, Truman! Truman was able to block most of that K5 as both men are down. Truman still did feel some of the effects of it, but I don't know who got the worst on that counter attempt by Truman De Luna. And I guess Bishop got the worst of it as Truman now looking to be the first one to get to his feet. But then, of course, when you look at the history of Truman and Bishop, also, speaking of that international title, Bishop did defend the International Championship against Truman back in October at HCW Dark Harvest Day of Reckoning. And there was all sorts of shenanigans involved with that one that prevented Truman from walking away with the HCW International title that night, as both these men just going at it. Just resorting down to a hockey fight. Oh, Truman bull rushing Bishop in the other corner, and German suplex. And now Matthew De Luna, getting a little revenge earlier to what happened for Truman, going after Gunnar Grayson. We had a hockey fight on the inside of the ring with Truman and Bishop, and now we got a hockey fight going on the outside with, Matthew and Gunnar, but Nate Hammer. 2-on-1 on the outside now. Omega having their way with Matthew De Luna as Truman is dominating Bishop, and we may have some new tag team champions if Truman has anything to say about it. He just hit the spear. Wait a minute, Gunner now. Gunner going after the Carnage members at ringside. And wait a minute, Nate Hammer. Nate Hammer disposing of Truman De Luna to the outside. I do believe Nate Hammer got the tag. And dropping the knee right there. Cover. No! Omega just stole it. Omega just stole that one. Right out from the De Lunas again. They stole a victory a couple of months ago when they became number one contenders. And now they have stole the tag team titles from the De Lunas. Omega have finally procured the prophecy that they have preached about for a very long time now. Omega may have just proven that they are indeed the final evolution of professional wrestling. Omega are your new Haybarn Championship Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. I cannot believe what has transpired here tonight at HCW Valentine's Vengeance. What a night it has been, folks. Omega have finally done what they said they were going to do for a very long time, and that is walk away as HCW World Tag Team Champions. As Carnage now argued the official, as I don't think neither member of Carnage saw the tag from Nate Hammer, so they're trying to argue with Dalton that Nate Hammer was not the legal man, but Nate Hammer was indeed the legal man. No matter what Carnage thinks, we got the camera-proof positive footage that Nate Hammer didn't make the tag. Nate Hammer was legal. And he picked the bones. Wait a minute! No, come on! Leave him alone! K5 to Dalton! K5 to the official! Of course! Of course, Carnage could not just understand and take the fact that they lost tonight. They have to take it out on our official, Dalton. As now Bishop has a steel chair. I can only imagine what Bishop... Oh, come on! Leave that referee alone! And now they're putting the boots to Dalton. We got Paxton and Sin. They have charged the ring. And now our senior official Todd also making his way to the ring to check on Dalton. Sin and Paxton running off Carnage. As we know, both those men, Sin and Paxton, have their own history with the various members of Carnage. My goodness, folks, what a night this has been.